Thanksgiving? No. Christmas for me. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything It Ends With Us saga. Over the Thanksgiving break, a treasure trove of court documents were unsealed, and these are so juicy. Yep, Taylor Swift has been sucked into fake rivalries drama yet again. Justin Baldoni's producing partner, Jamie Heath, included a timeline of events in a filing, and this is eye-opening for many reasons. But reason number one, and it's gonna get a lot of headlines, Taylor Swift. Remember, Taylor Swift does not want to be involved in this saga at all. Team Baldoni Wayfarer issued a subpoena against her and wanted her to be deposed, but she did not want to testify. And Taylor Swift's publicist even took the unusual move for her of commenting on the record, releasing the following statement, quote, "Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. She did not score the film. She never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. She did not even see It Ends With Us until weeks after its public release and was traveling around the globe during 2023 and 2024, headlining the biggest tour in history. The connection Taylor had to this film was permitting the use of one song, My Tears Ricochet." Her rep added, saying Swift's name was being used to draw public interest by creating tabloid clickbait instead of focusing on the facts of the case. Well, we have since learned that Black male Blake herself listed Taylor Swift as somebody who had knowledge about all of the allegations that she made in her complaint. And today, we now know that Taylor Swift had first-hand knowledge. Dong, dong, dong. Remember that infamous meeting in Beefy Blake and Ryan Reynolds' penthouse apartment? Well, according to this timeline of events that was submitted to the court, Jamie Heath says that Taylor Swift was at that meeting. And not just Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman as well. The meeting where Ryan Reynolds was berating Justin Baldoni, where Justin Baldoni ended up crying. Now, this was not the infamous meeting that lasted 5 to 6 hours. This meeting in the penthouse occurred in April of 2023, the one where Taylor and Hugh Jackman were at. The other meeting happened well after all this drama, back in January of 2024. So this meeting was in April of 23. And the more I think about it, the more it's crazy that Ryan Reynolds would blow up this way and have such a reaction over Justin Baldoni inquiring to the trainer about Blakezilla's weight. That seemed pretty wild to me. How about you? Reynolds unloaded on Baldoni about how horrible it was that he would ask about a woman's weight. Remember that? When Justin Baldoni was just worried about his persistent back issues and wanting to be able to do this move safely for everybody, including her. But no, during that meeting, it was claimed that Justin Baldoni was fat-shaming Blake. And Justin, according to Jamie Heath, was, quote, completely embarrassed and apologized and even shared some tears. Well, look at this with your own eyes now. This was during pre-production. They hadn't even begun filming yet. Sometime around April 25th, 2023. Justin had the conversation with Blake and Ryan regarding her weight. Justin went over to Ryan and Blake's penthouse, and Ryan unloaded on Justin how horrible it was that Justin would ask about a woman's weight. Claimed that Justin was fat-shaming Blake. Justin was completely embarrassed and apologized and even shared some tears. Taylor Swift and Hugh Jackman were also present in the apartment at the time. Ew! I love Taylor Swift, but this is not a good look for her. This is gross. Either the hair care professional sprung this upon Taylor, or Taylor willingly went along for the ride, ahead of time knew what was going to happen, that her celebrity was going to be used to pressure Justin Baldoni. Ick. Ick. Either way you slice it, ick. And there's more. Remember last week we talked about Colleen Hoover and how she has her own truth to tell? Well, maybe it's time to tell it, Colleen-y. Because now we're hearing from Jamie Heath, and it does not look good for the author of It Ends With Us. According to Jamie Heath's timeline of events, at some point in May of last year, quote, Colleen calls Brandon Sklenar, one of the actors in It Ends With Us, and divulges details of the dinner she, Colleen Hoover, had with Justin Baldoni and Jamie Heath. We later hear from Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds that this dinner made her, Colleen Hoover, uncomfortable. Oh. Tell us your truth, Colleen. But how interesting that Colleen Hoover was, some might say, conspiring with not just her bestie, but also the cast of the movie. Another interesting tidbit, and someone who will likely testify in court in support of the Woody Allen apologist, is her sister, Robin Lively. Remember, Teen Witch, the star of that 80s movie, the Nepo baby? Her big sis was a working actress for decades before her, and Robin Lively was upset that Jamie Heath asked for a hug. Asking for a hug seems to me like asking for consent, not just invading somebody's personal space. How is that a horrible thing? I love hugs, by the way. See me out and about, give me a hug. I'm all for it. I'm making my way through this. It is just craziness after craziness. The Never With Teeth icon also was upset that Justin Baldoni would cry, that he was very in touch with his feelings and sensitive and would sometimes cry. Every day there was drama, it seemed like, or close to it. Whew. During rehearsals, Justin Baldoni made a comment about praying for Blake Lively's father. Blake Lively later included this as one of the infractions in her all-hands meeting before Phase 2. In May of 2023, before filming began still, one of the producers expresses concerns about Blake changing scenes. Alex says, quote, she's fixing the script. She's now directing the movie. This is bad. Alex Sachs, who later would end up choosing Team Lively. Traitor. Some of this we have seen before, either in filings or through sleuthing, but maybe you haven't seen this all, such as May 7th, 2023. BL informed production that her baby is ill and that she would not be able to travel to Las Vegas, where they were supposed to film some scenes. Jamie Heath adds, interesting note is that Blake was seen at Taylor Swift concert on May 13th. Well, the sick ended up delaying the shoot for a week, also cost production money, says Jamie Heath. This is weird. Even Jenny Slate was being difficult. Justin recorded rehearsal with Jenny. Jenny called out that she was not comfortable with this. Why? Why? The paparazzi pictures drama and the unflattering fashion that she was responsible for, everybody freaking out. Oh my God. Taylor Swift is mentioned yet again. In the morning, after the paparazzi pictures, brouhaha, and her fashion choices for the film, in the morning, Justin and Blake discussed production wardrobe, and Blake made some remark about how Taylor Swift said, quote, the fans don't know what they want until you give it to them, in defense of her wardrobe choices, which were being trashed online. Further, she paid Justin a compliment on this day, and Justin, in hearing it, teared up. This would later be weaponized against him, as Blake would insist that Justin was in her trailer sobbing about how she looks old. I mean, she is almost 40. Wow, this is so fascinating. I don't think I've seen this before, but maybe. There's just so much information that has come out. According to Jamie Heath, on shoot day number 6, Blake requested that everyone in crew wear name tag badges with photos. Said this was standard protocol on all sets. This was not a standard practice that anyone else on set was familiar with. Wayfarer, of course, accommodated this request. I've done a lot of film and television. I am a proud SAG member. I've done some big shows. Never have I seen this. I was on General Hospital just last year. That didn't happen. When I was on Glee, there weren't name tags. When I did Girl Meets World, Victorious, the horror movie that I did last year, that's not standard practice. But they accommodated her anyways. The feminist here had multiple females let go because she didn't like them. Fired! Blake reworking so much of the script. Blake threatening that she wouldn't promote the picture if she wasn't allowed in the editing bay. Then she gets what she wants, but then makes the even bolder request, I should say demand, of not only being allowed in the editing room, but being allowed in the editing room without the director. She didn't want Justin Baldoni there. By this point, it was her movie. Some more info on the dinner with Colleen Hoover and Justin Baldoni. JB divulges to CH, Colleen Hoover, all the behind-the-scenes drama that went down. This was in May of 2024. tells her about the sexy comment. Both Colleen Hoover and her friend Terry are empathetic to the situation. But then she calls Brandon Sklenner and tells him she was uncomfortable at dinner. Oh, look at this. A Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper mention. BL Friends and Family screening. Overall, low score. Todd Black, Colleen, Bradley Cooper, Ryan, Sean Levy, and Gigi present. We didn't find out that Colleen would be there until after Todd Black told Jamie Heath. This was a surprise as Colleen had no relationship with Blake Lively up until this point, May of 2024. Then after this, Jamie Heath texted Colleen Hoover. Colleen responded that she doesn't want to be in the middle and that she would find a way to work together. That didn't happen. Baldoni's test screenings test higher than Lively's. Lively informs that she would not do any press with Justin. More folks, including a guy this time, fired. The original editors, replaced by up-and-coming film editor Blake Lively and Shane Reed. Una cried and was angry about this decision. Ay, ay, ay. He said that Blake Lively informed him that Colleen Hoover won't promote this movie either unless we use Blake's cut. The A-lister in her own mind brought on board a new film composer. Blake, Colleen Hoover, Brandon Sklenner, Isabella Ferrer, Alex Sachs attend Book Bonanza in Texas. Sony, the film's distributor, was not aware that Brandon and Isabella would attend. This was something that BL personally paid for, their travel and hotel. After conversation Alex Sachs had with Brandon Sklenner, Alex, the producer, informed that she would no longer be speaking with Wayfarer. She told that to another producer. Jamie Heath reached out to Alex Sachs, and she did not respond to any texts or emails or calls. Per Todd's conversations with Alex, Todd understood that none of the cast would be doing any press with Justin. Oh, this is interesting. Apparently, there was an agreement that Blake would take a picture with Justin at the premiere. But we know that didn't happen. Blake demanding that Justin Baldoni write her a letter for the Producers Guild so she could be credited as a producer on the movie. Jamie Heath reached out to Blake to request a phone call to share feelings around the PGA letter and the request. Blake refused to get on a call. Justin and Jamie sent a PGA letter on behalf of Blake Lively for the PGA mark. They sent the internal email to say that they only did this because of extortion levied by Blake Lively. Apparently, there was a coffee table book in the works about the making of the It Ends With Us movie. Blake's lawyer sent out a cease and desist. They were not happy about that. Ryan Reynolds being evil, smearing Baldoni to multiple people, according to Jamie Heath. The film premiere drama. Oh my God. Wow. And that's that. Wow. 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 And from today until the end of Monday, you can get Team Perez and all of my merch for 15% off. Go to my merch store at buypopstuff.com. That's buypopstuff.com and enter promo code BlackFriday15. Also, get directly me, for a cameo, a personalized video for the holidays for your loved ones or yourself. Book one right now on the Cameo website at cameo.com/myname. P to the E to the R to the E to the Z to the H to the I to the L to the T to the O to the N. Also, read my website every day throughout the day to stay informed and entertained. It is free and fabulous. Go right now. Perez, that's me, Hilton, .com. P to the E to the R to the E to the Z to the H to the I to the L to the T to the O to the N.com. If you like my podcast, you will love our Patreon. Sign up right now to get an exclusive episode just for our Patreon supporters every single week. Go to patreon.com/myname, P to the E to the R to the E to the Z to the H to the I to the L to the T to the O to the N. If you watched until the end, bless you. You are a superstar. I love you. Hit the like button. That lets the platform know that you like my content and want more. Share this video and leave a comment down below that says, let me think about it, hug, cause hug drama. And also we could use more hugs, right? Say hug in the comments section. Thoughts on the Taylor, multiple revelations, thoughts on everything else that we have learned. Let's discuss it all there. Say hug and I'll see ya.